Hey everyone, this is day 2 of posting a video every day for 365 days. And today I'm going to talk about something that happened yesterday. So, yesterday evening, while most of us, or rather all of us in India, are boycotting the India Pakistan cricket matches that are happening in Asia Cup, and I'm anyway not that big a fan of cricket, so I don't watch cricket that much. But I do follow the outcomes of such matches, which otherwise have symbolic importance. And more than what happened as a result, which was obvious, and it came out to be the way. But but more than that, what was significant was what happened during the match. And of course, everyone has seen the videos online of the Pakistani cricketer. I don't know the name of that guy, but he's doing gestures with his hands, showing an aircraft, um, coming down, maybe crashing. Now, my question while I was watching that video was this guy. Of course, he reacted to what the audience was kind of teasing him by calling him something or calling out Virat Kohli's name maybe. Uh, and this guy obviously got irked, which makes sense because he has beef with him, whatever. And so what he said, he what he did, those gestures. So if his Pakistani jersey was removed, if his if the context is removed, then I would have judged that he was showing his aircrafts, or how Indian missiles, how Indian air defense system took down almost everything that they did not. I mean, they borrowed from rest of the countries. And then on top of that, more than enough of a strong answer was given uh, by our by one of our cricketers. And so I don't think anyone, including myself, needs to say anything about this. But interestingly, these people, they don't have money to literally provide electricity to their own people. These people don't have anything in their country. Their country is as destitute as one can get. And after such poverty in your country, you come face the fourth largest economy, soon the third largest economy of this world. And even, I mean, after that, we are going to grow even higher, stronger in the future. And I mean, there is no comparison anymore. We might be neighbors, but just as in any neighborhood there is one strong partner and all of the weaker partners, you are one such country in our neighborhood in Indian subcontinent. The bloody subcontinent is named after our country. That gives the way that which country is bound to dominate the subcontinent. And then you have hopes or plans of colluding with China, and trying to try to dislodge us from our path of development. Then you are, you know there's a saying in Hindi, Mungeri Lal ke sapne. That's what you are watching. And well, you can go ahead and watch such dreams, because your dreams, just as your hopes of defeating India, will never come true. And even if you ever try to do what you did this year in Pahalgam, or before that multiple times in multiple places, you have now the idea of what India is capable of doing, because Operation Sindoor is still going on, because you have tasted half of your military assets were destroyed in just, some missiles that we expended, and your military bases were destroyed, your aircraft hangars were destroyed, your uh, airport runways were destroyed. We reached all the way to your, Air Force headquarters somewhere in Rawalpindi. I don't remember, some Noor Khan base or something. So you have, and maybe, there are sayings, although I don't spread rumors, but still, there are sayings that something did happen with your nuclear arsenal. Even if it doesn't matter. Your nuclear arsenal anyway borrowed, and then in this there is hypocrisy, which again comes forth whenever you talk about nuclear arsenals, especially of Pakistan. uh, Pakistan is the country which is, the cause of nuclear proliferation in countries which shouldn't have nuclear powers, Iran or North Korea. It is from, some kind of shady supply chains which were created through Pakistan, which caused this to happen. And still US for some reason doesn't see this. So they are not happy with Iran having nuclear arsenal, but they are fine with, I don't want to use any bad words, but by inviting, you know by inviting the coward, who is Asim Munir, to White House twice, maybe in like few months, and you think that your hypocrisy is not visible. And by saying Trump, I don't mean Trump as an individual, but America in general, America as a country and their hypocrisy. And then your people, and we'll talk about Marxism and all the bullshit that it spreads around the world some other day. But what I'm saying here is that, the deep state is trying to destabilize South Asia, or do stuff here in South Asia, and then pose as if they are trying to solve the disputes around the world, whether it is, the Democrat deep state, or whether it is Trump. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to India, as long as you are spreading lies of any kind, as long as you are not apparently in favor of our development interests, you are our enemy. And Pakistan, which is literally, symbolized by a beggar with a katora in their hand, begging for arms before every country, possibly even some principality of Andorra or something, which, I mean, some, maybe even Wakanda, or some, hypothetical countries. And so that level of poverty compared to this $4 trillion vibrant, growing economy, I have nothing to say but to laugh. You know what? This is, I think I've said enough. Pakistan got what it deserved in Operation Sindoor, and in the cricket match that happened yesterday, or the one that happened before that. And Pakistan will keep getting what it deserves. That is absolutely nothing. They don't deserve anything, and they will keep getting the support from rest of the world, because you know because for some reason the world is not happy with our growth. The world is not happy with India's growth. That is what I keep seeing happening around the world, and that I see these coordinated um, plans, intrigues, efforts to show as if India is some, India has lost its democracy. There is the institutions are sabotaged. Supreme Court, for goodness sake, is compromised. All that bullshit, which is also peddled by the zero point 0.5 front within our country. Everyone knows who I'm talking about. So this, and then people from the zero point 0.5 front come out and say that they love China, or recently they've said something along those lines, that they love China, and then this same zero point 0.5 friend comes out and says that China has taken over some square kilometers of our land, just as it did during during the first prime ministership. What are you trying to suggest? Are you with us or are you against us? You are, anyway, as you sound, at least you sound like the dumbest person on existence maybe ever. And then you show yourself to be the most intellectual. Well, intellectual is an abuse in my perspective, because everyone knows who are intellectuals, and these intellectuals are least intellectual in my opinion, if we are considering intellectual as an adjective of intellect. They'll have least of it, but because this term otherwise is now kind of copyrighted by a very specific ideology, I do not like it anymore. If someone says that to me, I absolutely hate it. I've suggested this to most people, and I think everyone would agree with me who aligned with my ideology. And my ideology or my views about random things will keep getting clearer with each and every video that I post here. So, thank you very much for listening. I think my idea is clear that I want to talk about Pakistan today, and Pakistan is, well, a whole, whole, and everyone knows what I'm talking about. And well, why am I holding back in the use of words when their own military leader has called themselves a dump truck? Oh, goodness. I mean, that was an unusual and unexpected display of truth by Pakistanis. Uh, but we appreciate that at least they are acknowledging that India is a shining Mercedes and they are a dump truck. But this shining Mercedes, as Palki Sharma in her video said, that this shining Mercedes is accompanied by an entourage of huge, security vehicles, Rafales, and many other things. And maybe, I mean, I think this poor guy who is, coward, Asim Munir, he probably did not know that Mercedes also makes trucks. So I think, so for him, let me tell him that we are a shining Mercedes, but probably we are an expensive, amazing truck of Mercedes, not a sedan that they were expecting us to be. And so this Mercedes is not going to get hit and get destroyed so easily. This Mercedes is amazingly strong, and so this Mercedes is not going to go anywhere, not until you exist in this world. So thank you very much for listening to me. Thank you very much for bearing with me for this long, and I will see you tomorrow. This is In My Opinion, and